Welcome to Evangelical Focus. This is Gabriela Perez speaking. On May the 2nd, we talked to Michael W. Smith, the well-known singer, in his visit to Barcelona, taking part of the Festival of Hope, organized by Spanish churches on Franklin Graham. Here is the interview we did with him. Hi Michael, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How is the visit to Barcelona going so far?
Well, I've only been here for a day, and it's a shame that I'm going to be leaving tomorrow. So this is a great city. I've been here before when I did a show here about 6 years ago, so it's great to be back.
After years of traveling and singing in many countries, what difference do you see when you compare the USA to the societies here in Europe?
I think there's a big difference between Europe and America, I tour America all the time, so it's always a joy to cross the pond and come to places like Budapest and Prague and Barcelona. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of traveling overseas. More than anything, I feel called to come and sing and play my music for people all around the world. And this is obviously a special day for me because I'm here with Franklin Graham.
How did you start following Jesus? Tell us a bit of your testimony.
I became a believer when I was 10 years old, a young age.
Yes.
And just one Sunday had a revelation that just dawned on me that Jesus really was who he said he was. He's either a lunatic or he's telling the truth. It's one or the other. And it just was a big revelation. It changed my life, and I've been walking with God ever since.
Okay.
Great parents, one sister. Grew up in a place called West Virginia, which is one of the states in America, and then moved to Nashville to take a stab at music.
Okay. What do you feel knowing that so many of your songs are being sung in churches all over the world, like here in Spain?
Well, it's overwhelming, yeah. Especially when you hear people sing your songs in their language, which I have a feeling I'm going to hear that tonight. I remember being in Brazil, and we were doing Agnus Dei, and they just started singing it in Portuguese. So it's very emotional for me. I have to hold my emotions back because you want to cry, and you just pinch yourself that how these songs of mine found their way in all these little countries all around the world. It's pretty unbelievable.
In the Festival de la Esperanza, there will be much music. What is there so special about music in the process of sharing gospel with people who don't believe in God yet?
Well, I think music is the most powerful universal language there is. And I think it's amazing that and I've had it told to me for years, how one song that was only 3.5 minutes long completely changed somebody's life. And I think that's remarkable. And it's also, Franklin's going to bring a message tonight, and there's going to be a lot of people's lives changed. But what is it about music that's powerful? It's just, I think it's pretty incredible. If you really think about it, it's just something about music.
Why do you think Franklin Graham's ministry is being fruitful in God's hand to help to reconcile people to God?
I think there's just a lot of favor on Franklin's life. There's just like his daddy, Billy. There's just certain people that just have favor, and they ultimately feel called, and I just feel like this God rolls out the red carpet, figure of speech, but just allows Franklin to go in places he probably never dreamed or imagined. And I feel the same way about myself as well.
Finally, what do you think God wants His church to do so that we can see a spiritual revival here in Spain? In evangelism, what is our role as a church, and what is God's role? What do you think about?
Well, that's a big question.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I think that He wants the church to know that that only by His grace are we saved. And I think a lot of people in lots of denominations, the Catholic Church and could be Protestant churches, that we're in performance mode, and we have lots of rules and regulations, and we try to earn it, and we can't earn it. You can't do enough good to earn it. And so I think knowing about the grace of God and really believing and knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt that He really, really does love us. That's the key. That's the most important thing. And then at that point, we're supposed to love each other. You know, we're not supposed to gossip. We're not supposed to fight. We're not supposed to have infighting in churches. We're supposed to love one another. Love God and love your neighbor as yourself. So grace, love, and then I would say finally the last would be pray. Because nothing's going to change unless we pray. And I think if we'll pray worldwide as a church, I think we'll start to see some amazing things happen.
Well, Michael, thank you for your time and for this interview.
Thank you.